today's cup of coffee. We're not on a death kick. We're really not. Well,
bullshit. You're the one.
We're goth, and it is
You're the one who picks the stories.
But these were the ones that I found recently, and they actually are pretty amusing. So at least nobody was buried alive in this one.
No, I'm going to shave my beard off after this. I'm going to shave it completely off.
Okay. Once again from the Daily Mail by Vanessa Serna, August the 10th of 2022. I had said on this one for a couple of days. This is entitled, Funeral of Elderly Woman Descends into Mayhem After Uninvited Son Mows Mourners Down with His Car, Tips over casket and causes $20,000 worth of damage at cemetery in Northern California.
Yes!
Only in America.
Yes!
Only in America.
Oh, I hope. Oh, I need to know more about this. Please let them listen. If you are not at a dramatic funeral, you are not at a funeral.
Oh, Lord help us.
If there is not screaming of some sort, you are not...
Weeping, wailing, gnashing of teeth.
If there are not people wailing, flailing on the ground, kicking and screaming, fighting in the back, that is not a funeral.
That happens at the reading of the will. That's where all that happens. Our people are too poor to have a will. They ain't got nothing to give away. Anyhow, the link for this will be in the description box. And it says, a mourning family at a funeral of an elderly woman got slammed into a vehicle driven by an uninvited family member. And who does not invite somebody to a funeral? At a Northern California cemetery, August the 6th of 2022. The uninvited attendee, who may be the son of the deceased woman...
Maybe. How is that not confirmed?
I don't know. Was allegedly fighting with his sister. Well, if he had a sister, then they would assume it was the son.
Yeah.
At the Rolling Hills Memorial Park, the time of the incident. At the time of the incident, this person left out words on this. The son got into his car and attempted to hit his sister. Instead, the unidentified man hit another funeral attendant who suffered injuries. He just there trying to grieve.
Yes.
A Richmond Police Department spokesman told DailyMail.com,
"Oh, this is local."
It appeared to be family drama. The suspect was hit with a cane. Then the suspect got into his car and damaged the gravesite and also damaged a water main that flooded the area. He was doing that to try to hit the person that he was fighting with while driving his car and ended up hitting another family member and injuring them, end quote.
Good.
The person hit with the car was taken to a local hospital and has since been released. Richmond Police Department Sergeant Aaron Pomeroy told reporters that the person who is the suspect had a stun gun and was punched by the sister's boyfriend before getting into his car. The suspect then punched the sister's boyfriend before fleeing to his car, running over many tombstones, dropping the casket of the deceased to the ground, hitting a mourner, and hitting a water main.
They don't go for grandma.
The water main burst, which resulted in flooding around the area, including inside the empty grave. About $20,000 in damage was reported. The director of the Rolling Hills Park reassured the incident doesn't reflect the operations of the cemetery, according to the Mercury News.
Oh, no shit. No shit. Yes.
Oh, they'll have to get a sump pump to get that water out of the grave. That's just... Now, I understand why...
So you're going to have to go back into the freezer for a minute.
I understand why... Winter... What did they do with the body since they couldn't bury it?
Don't know. That's what I was like, if they put her in there with the water, double death.
And it makes you... Well, it makes you wonder just how old the mother had been. Because if dude got hit by somebody with a cane, you know, that would have been, it would have made it more funny if he had been older.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I would rather not have the big whatever. That's why it's like throw my ass
if there's not drama
in a big ass banker box, bury me in the backyard within 24 hours, no muss, no fuss, no nothing.
You know Elijah's gonna like fight me on that.
No, I've already told him he don't care. I mean, as far as wishes on stuff like that, no, that would not be a problem. Just bury me back out there with the cats.
I just hope the county allows that.
Well, I haven't looked into it.
You need to.
I hope it's going to be a little while from now, but you never know.
Prepare. Always stay prepared.
A family plot on the land, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
We've got the furry family members that didn't make it.
We got land. It's up at the farm.
No, we don't want to. Back here with the pets. Put me back there with the butterbean and the
cemetery.
Well, yes, those family members.
What'd you do, Mama? What'd you do?
No, that was Pumpkinhead, so they got resurrected on that one. That's a cool movie. If you haven't seen Pumpkinhead, watch that one again.
What happened to the dude that stomped on the kid in the grave?
What in the
Pumpkinhead, the Trick or Treat.
Oh, Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
No, he was the principal who happened to be a mass murderer.
What happened to him? Did he get killed?
No.
He didn't get killed.
No. Why not? We will do a cup of coffee in the near future about as far as Halloween spoopy movies, because we love them and we watch them year round.
But when you and Elijah go to anywhere, if it's a funeral or whatever, y'all are laughing about something.
No, well, it's one of those. It's like oldest kid is remarkably droll. I mean, and he will say things that you are not, expecting in the least, and that take you, off guard. And it's very hard.
That happened at my play or whatever the fuck it was.
Yes. And I can't remember what it was that he had said, and it was just like, oh God, and you're trying to muffle laughter or some kind of outburst that's inappropriate.
I'm up there panicking and y'all are like, oh God.
But now I have had, inappropriate emotional response in stressful situations.
Me too.
And anytime that you're not supposed to laugh, and it's just some kind of coping mechanism. It's not an intentional slight or disrespect. It just happens. Not always, but it just...
Yeah.
So there are certain people that I learned, don't be near them if it was a funeral or something. Lots of things. But yes, and then there was the gentleman who, during your play, who took this coughing fit. This was years before the coof, and I was thinking someone needs to give that man a lozenge.
I heard him on the stage.
I
heard it. Everyone heard it, and we're like, who the fuck is that?
It was, well, people, it's just humans.
Someone give him a damn Ricola or something.
Yeah, he needed it. God love him. But, it looks like there should be some charges pending on this story. Wouldn't you think? Destruction of property at least, an assault charge.
Desecration of a body.
Well, he didn't.
He dropped the casket.
That's not the same thing as desecration.
Oh, God.
No, it
was rolling on the floor.
It didn't say that if the body rolled out. They just dropped it, and then they couldn't do anything. There's others. I found other stories because this led me down a rabbit hole, and because when you have to do that kind of work day in and day out, you've got to find humor where you can.
Yeah.
And that dark sense of humor, it's not always a bad thing. It is a coping skill. If you've ever been around any first responders, They have some really, really dark senses of humor.
When I'm on my death grave, I'm gonna write out, here's my list of stuff I want at my funeral. Drama.
No.
If there is not people kicking and screaming and wailing in the floors, be devastated.
Oh God, my grandmother could have been a professional mourner. They used to do that. They used to have those. That was a tradition at one point where they were paid mourners so that they would, somebody would at least weep about someone's passing. Because, I mean, how bad of a person would you have to be to have to pay somebody to mourn for you?
Pretty damn bad person.
Yeah. What was it Betty Davis had said about Joan Crawford?
My mother always told me to speak good of the dead. Joan Crawford is dead. Good. That was just... I love her for that. I love both of them.
Great-grandfather, he was a
they were horrible people, but my God.
He was. And there's a lot of people that when they've got family members that are horrible people, nobody wants to talk about it. I will. It's like, he was a hateful old man.
Son of a bitch.
He was. And just... he despised anybody who was Christian. He would be very mean to them. And so when he died, to try to get somebody to preach his funeral. Now, this was a man, and now remember, we're here in the mountains. We are very much steeped in our belief system. And so when a preacher would come to your house, it was a matter of having respect. Mm-hmm. Granddad, it was like I said, it was a great-grandfather. He would run these people off. Sometimes, I was never there for one of those experiences.
I hope those people that come up to the doorstep, I hope they come back so I can I can recreate the thing as a child. Be like, Mama, look, I found one of my CDs.
And he's talking about the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
Most of those people are very sincere in their beliefs, and a lot of them are very nice people. You don't have to be rude.
They came up on my doorstep unannounced.
You do not have to be rude to people.
That ain't rude.
But anyhow, as far as going back to great-grandfather, to try to find a preacher for his funeral, now that was a bit of a challenge. And especially since they didn't know him, how do you preach somebody's funeral that you don't know? And especially if it's somebody that you're like, he's going to hell. I mean, that's just flat out
be
going
like,
to hell.
Well,
I mean, how do you
hope he's having a good time in the lake of fire.
How do you preach that?
He's dead. Good. just full of fucking Betty Davis.
You couldn't. I didn't say anything. I mean, it was sort of like, You just sort of nod and that's it.
So who did it?
I don't remember. I'll have to ask Mom on what
Who all was there?
I don't
Obviously,
remember.
y'all were there.
That's been a long time ago. So it just...
I want to know the drama.
No.
Is it me? Am I the drama?
Yeah, you're always the drama. But God love her. My grandmother, she was one of these that would do the weeping and the wailing, and then we got other family members, and it's just like, there ain't no sense in that. No. That's the reason I personally, as far as the graveside, don't do anything. Just nice winding sheet, nice banker box, no metal anywhere in it. I do like the thing as far as the tradition where people would put a seed, some kind of tree seed in the hands of the deceased in hopes that the tree would, grow.
I'll put an apple seed.
Okay.
Cherry seed, whatever.
Okay. It's something that's, beneficial.
Lemon.
Lemon trees are not, this is not, winter with the lemon trees, not so good for the lemon trees. You could get a pawpaw tree, or I'm trying to think what those.
Banana tree.
No, those do not grow outside.
That's what the pawpaw is.
Well, it is sort of a Native American banana.
It's a fucking banana.
Yeah, sort of.
It's just got more seeds.
Yeah.
Slightly different taste.
Yeah. So it's cool. I'd like to find somebody who had a pawpaw. And you're like, what does that have to do with some kind of a melee at a funeral? Not a damn thing. It's just,
People kicking and screaming, rolling in the floor. Either that or they are throwing a party. No. They're dressing me up, Weekend at Bernie style. Throw me around. There we go.
Oh, no.
Put on a fucking rave in the damn church.
No. That would. Well, there are probably churches today that would be allowed, but not around here. Not around here. But if you have to attend a funeral, behave yourself. Don't be running over the mourners.
I want to be that church lady. I want to be that one lady in church when I was little, being like, "Oh God, oh Lord, oh hallelujah!" Just all that. I want someone to do that.
No, if you go to a funeral, have some respect. Don't be throwing a fit. Don't be hitting people with canes. Don't be running over the tombstones or the other mourners. You shouldn't have to tell people that, you know? And it's our people. We know that our people know better.
Yeah.
You know, we've got viewers that are wonderful. We don't have people that would be going out and doing something like that. But we do have people that would laugh along with us about people who do that. Idiots amongst us, that's all you can say. He's gotten silent. He's just.
I want someone to do a fucking Weekend at Bernie's thing with my body.
No. Mummification. They're doing all this other stuff as far
as
as
head, decapitate my ass
as funerary customs. So why not bring back mummification? I mean, that's acceptable in other cultures. Yeah. So why not?
Put me in like this custom-made tomb box or thing or whatever.
Well, no, they do have the glass coffins. You know, we were talking about the previous one. Some of the coffins that had glass in them.
Mm-hmm. The glass coffin,
yeah,
Snow White.
Where you could go up and peer in at them, which I think is disturbing. So, if you've had experiences with the paranormal, supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, you can send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. Know that you're loved.
Yeah.
We trust that you know how to behave yourselves.
Mm-hmm. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all. Have a good... If there is not some sort of drama, you are not at a funeral.
Oh, like I said, that's at the reading of the will. We'll see you on the next.
You were not at a funeral if there was drama. I want drama. I want food flying. I want all that shit.
They don't usually eat during the funeral.
I will gladly let people eat during the funeral.
No, well, that goes back to the tradition of the sin eaters. We did that one about a year ago. Go back in the archives and look.
Fucking someone knock over my damn casket as they're wailing and rolling around in the floor.
Oh no.
Let there be
chaos.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Let there be chaos for this little chaotic goblin.
We'll see you on the next cup. Bye.
Bye.